So we're at the point where we absolutely need a Battlefront 3. If we get a Battlefront 3, it would completely change the landscape of Star Wars right now. Right now, Star Wars is not necessarily in the best spot. But fans have been clamoring for Battlefront 3 for a little over about a month now, and honestly, the train has not stopped. If anything, it keeps going and going and going. Now, I'm someone who has never stopped playing Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 came out in like 2017, I believe. Someone check me up on that, but I believe it came out in 2017. I've been playing it off and on ever since then, and when it first came out, I was playing it a lot, and also in around 2020, I played it a lot as well. Especially after EA completely overhauled and fixed everything that was wrong with the game. After that, the game legitimately became a 9 out of 10, and EA was constantly updating it again and again and again and again. They were constantly updating it. And also around the time of 2019, 2020, it was just amazing because Mando Season 1 came out and it felt like Star Wars was finally healing. And yes, I know a lot of people have a lot of hatred towards Disney Star Wars, but hey, we could all admit, at least to this extent, that Mando Season 1 was extremely good even for Disney. I mean, this was some of the best times in Star Wars, for me at least, as a Star Wars fan. It felt like Star Wars had a purpose again. It felt like Star Wars had drive. It felt like it couldn't be stopped at that point. Also, on top of that, if you played Battlefront 2 at the time, the same thing kind of happened with Andor, where everybody kind of flocked to Battlefront 2 once Andor dropped. Same thing kind of happened with Mando, where everybody flocked to Battlefront 2 when Mando dropped. And EA was constantly updating it at this point, and we were getting great updates after great updates, and we had a lot more in store coming out to Star Wars, and it was all free too, which is amazing. Nothing's really free nowadays, and that was cool that everything was free at that point. But it's great to see Star Wars fans, and also just kind of casual Star Wars fans and just non-Star Wars fans also saying they need a Battlefront 3. Everybody's clamoring for it. I mean, heck, even if they just make a DLC for Battlefront 2 and not necessarily go into the whole production cost, and it's about like a $40 update that comes to Battlefront 2 in the form of Battlefront 3, I think that would be awesome. I know that they completely abandoned Battlefront 2 for other games such as Battlefield 2042, which was complete and total trash. I mean, as a Battlefield player myself, 2042 was awful. I mean, goodness gracious. And it even pisses me off even more because at the time I was actively still playing Battlefront 2, and it completely canceled everything for Battlefront 2 just to appease to Battlefield 2042, which was absolutely awful. I mean, look where that got you. You should have just stayed and stuck with Battlefront 2, which was still rising at the point. I can go into detail about that in the future, but I'm just going to try to save that rant for right now because it really does piss me off. But yeah, we definitely need a Battlefront 3. I mean, right now in current Disney Star Wars, it's like a complete and total civil war. But what I honestly believe would happen if a Battlefront 3 were to come out, it would reconnect the fans and make them not as hostile with each other. Because whether you're a fan of new Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, and whether you're a fan of the old Star Wars, the old guard, everybody loves Battlefront. I mean, at this point, everybody does. If you're a true Star Wars fan, you love how Battlefront 2 is right now. And that's completely awesome. I love to see the community completely together and not going against each other constantly. But if they were to do this with Battlefront 3, a lot of people would actually enjoy it. I mean, I know people who absolutely hate Rey and all the new characters in Star Wars, but they still play them in Battlefront 2 because they're still fun characters to use within this game. And yes, the modding community has done a lot for Battlefront 2, adding a bunch of characters that were supposed to be added in the future for Battlefront 2 anyway, but not everybody has a PC, not everybody has access to the modding scene. So just an all-around update to Battlefront 3, and then maybe even add Battlefront 3 mods or Battlefront 2 mods to Battlefront 2 on consoles. That would be awesome. But overall, we would all love to see a Battlefront 3, and I honestly believe that this could be the bridge that could gap the divide between the fans right now, and I also believe that it will bring a lot of attention to Star Wars again. It would bring a lot of good attention too. It wouldn't necessarily be bad attention. All we need right now is good Star Wars, and right now, in terms of shows and movies, we're not getting any Star Wars really outside of Andor. So getting a game involved would be very great. I mean, look at the Jedi Survivor games and the Jedi Fallen Order games. Those games are widely seen as great games. Why not go ahead and add Battlefront to that list? And I know game development takes a very, very long time. You wouldn't necessarily see a Battlefront 3 or even a Battlefront 3.0 kind of update until way, way later on, maybe 3 years, maybe even 2 years, maybe 5 years. But just knowing that there's something in the works is good enough right now. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Also too, I've been trying to go live with games recently. It's just very, very fun to do that and share those experiences with you guys as well. But also, let me know if you guys like to see any stuff like that, any more things like that. May the force be with you, and as always, have a great rest of your day.